Hi everyone, today we will take a look at the best headphone amplifiers of this year. Links to all of the best headphone amplifiers will be listed in the description below. For a chance to win one of these best headphone amplifiers, comment headphone down below. Let's start. Number 5. iFi Zen DAC V2, best quality. The "if it ain't broke" saying isn't lost on us, but at the same time we realize that in a competitive industry such as hi-fi, making the best even better off your own back isn't necessarily a bad idea. It's what iFi has done with its budget home DAC and headphone amp offering, with the original Zen DAC now making way for a V2 model. We familiarize ourselves once again with the Zen DAC's clear, tonally even-handed and insightful sound, all pleasing characteristics that we are happy, if not surprised, to hear materialize in the Zen DAC V2's performance when we switch to it. We hailed the Zen DAC for offering a significant upgrade on a computer's audio quality for not much money, and the Zen V2 achieves that to an even greater extent. Indeed, what's most pleasing is that iFi hasn't launched a pricier sequel that only brings subtle improvements. The Zen DAC V2 is notably better, still open, smooth and nicely judged in its handling of frequencies, only this time dynamic expression and clarity is confidently taken to the next level, with the bass a little tighter and the presentation slightly more refined too. Number 4. AudioQuest DragonFly Cobalt, best value. Once upon a time, the only instance in which we'd have paid this kind of money for a USB stick was if we were being blackmailed. But then along came the AudioQuest DragonFly Cobalt. The Cobalt enters the market at a new premium price point for the company's range of portable digital to analog converters, but backs up its asking price with the clearest, tidiest and most dynamic presentation we've heard from a unit this small. The Cobalt is the first DragonFly to spread its wings since 2015, when AudioQuest introduced its black and red models and with them Android and iOS smartphone compatibility. In terms of fundamental functionality, we are pleased to report little has changed since then. These are products whose beauty is born of their simplicity, and whose plug-in-and-play approach to cleaning up the sound from your computer or a smartphone or tablet is much of the allure. The most substantial upgrade, though, is only evident when you plug the DragonFly Cobalt in. It's in the performance. Once attached to your laptop or smartphone and selected as means of audio output, the DAC's LED will shine one of 6 colors to indicate sampling rate: red for standby, green for 44.1 kHz, blue for 48 kHz, and yellow for 88.2 kHz, light blue for 96 kHz, or purple when decoding NQA. Number 3. Cambridge Audio DacMagic 200M, best mid-range. Cambridge Audio's flagship DacMagic 200M is the DAC equivalent of an all-inclusive holiday that not only offers flights, meals and accommodation, but also throws in room upgrades, free excursions and unlimited ice cream for the kids. The whole right-hand side of the Cambridge's facade is dedicated to displaying the sampling rate of the audio signal being fed into it. Several LEDs, each labeled with a sampling rate: 44.1 kHz, 48 kHz, 96 kHz, and 192 kHz, for example, light up to signify it. So if you're playing a CD quality file, the 44.1 kHz LED will illuminate. Likewise, LEDs for NQA and DSD light up when those types of files or streams are detected. The DacMagic 200M's performance continues the momentum of the company's recent hi-fi components, including the CX and Edge ranges. It's recognizably Cambridge, characterized by a full, smooth tonality that's complemented by an open, expressive, and authoritative manner. We hook the Cambridge up to a MacBook Pro via USB Type-B, feed it Arab straps fable of the Urban Fox, and are instantly impressed by the articulacy of Aidan Moffat's trademark poetic storytelling through the 200M. Number 2. Audiolab M-DAC Plus, most premium. Some acts are tougher to follow than others. For every tough act followed with aplomb like Casper Schmeichel, there's a Jordi Cruyff. And Audiolab's M-DAC Plus has a long shadow for which to emerge. The original M-DAC has been among our favorite pound-for-pound DACs for half a decade now and has comfortably retained its 5-star recommendation throughout. The moniker Plus is a confident start, and at first glance it's easy to see why it's appropriate. The Audiolab M-DAC Plus is a bigger proposition than its famous forebear in every direction. It's like a DAC that's treated itself to a loft extension. It's probably still just about a viable candidate for the role of desktop DAC as long as your desktop is free of clutter. Like the M-DAC, the Plus has 7 distinct filter settings for PCM files, and as with the M-DAC, we find the favorite, the optimal Transcend XD option. It offers the best balance between timing, organization, and attack. Unlike the M-DAC, however, we also are impressed by the sound via the minimum phase setting. It's a smaller, tighter-knit presentation than optimal Transcend XD, but offers a little more attack and dynamism. In any event, we are unable to find a genre or source of music that isn't best suited to one of these 2 filter positions. Number 1. iFi hip-dac, best budget. iFi looks determined to dominate the affordable digital to analog converter market. Having previously been the recipient of numerous 4-star verdicts, the company's more recent Zen devices have both been deemed worthy of 5 stars. The hip-dac is a neat, nicely made unit with an extruded petrol blue aluminum case that's about the size of a pack of cards. The finish is neat and the metal volume control has a pleasantly damped feel. Input is limited to a male USB Type-A. Using this instead of the more usual female option means that the DAC can connect directly to Apple's Lightning to USB needed to use an iPhone as a source. The hip-dac is a hugely capable performer with the typical easygoing iFi sound. It's a balanced presentation that's refined and free of harsh edges. You can listen to the hip-dac for hours and not feel fatigued. Yet unlike some of the company's older products, this undemanding nature is still partnered with expressive dynamics and pleasing rhythmic precision. If you're looking for a high-quality portable DAC, this iFi is well worth a place on the shortlist. Alright guys, with that being said, we reached the bottom of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope we're gonna see each other again in the next video. Until then, stay safe, take care, and peace out.